Hey guys, we're gonna go over some dragon flag progressions in this workout. It's gonna be more of just like a combination workout progressions video. This is the first video at the new place, so I apologize for a little bit of an echo. We don't have furniture in this room yet, and yeah, we do still have stickers on the windows, so it's a work in progress. But let's jump right in. If you are doing these exercises, choose the one that's most challenging for you that you can do with good form, and then go from there. If you're doing a specific targeted dragon flag workout, I would probably say do 3 sets of each exercise within 1 to 2 reps of failure. If you want to include these in your own workouts that you're already doing, choose 1 to 2 to do per workout, do 3 rounds of it or 3 sets of it within 1 to 2 reps of failure in each set. So that's kind of how you can progress these or include them into your workouts. For equipment, really you just need something sturdy to hold onto. It can be a pole, heavy piece of furniture, whatever you want. You probably want something soft to lay on. So whether it's a yoga mat, carpet, something like that, just might not be the most comfortable for you if you are on a hard surface. But that's preference. You can do it there if you wanted to. I always get questions about this whenever I use it. This is the Nordic Plus from Base Blocks. It's kind of similar to their base bench, which I've done a review on, so I'll go ahead and link that up here. But anyways, let's jump in. Dragon flags, what the heck are they? So, don't hit your head when you lay down. You are going to be laying on your back. You're gonna hold onto like stall bars, whatever. You're starting up in a candlestick position and then you're slowly lowering down, keeping your body straight. You don't wanna close the hips or anything like that. So you're doing pretty much a hollow body hold, which is here, maintaining that position. The arms are gonna be slightly bent, but this is gonna be pretty much your position. So coming up, and then lowering down. And controlling it, that's really the eccentric. The full motion is coming up and then coming down. There. So that is what we're working towards. This really works your lats, but it's mainly thought of as a core exercise because you're maintaining that hollow body hold, but don't forget that your lats, basically that shoulder extension motion is playing a huge role as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do 1 set of just dragon flags. I'm probably gonna do 3 or 4, but we'll see because we're going towards failure with this one. And also I'm very sore. So starting in that hollow body hold, pulling, keeping your butt squeezed, and your ribs down, stomach tight as you do this. You're making sure you're not piking up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And slow down. Two. One more. And you can see I probably cheated that last one a little bit, using momentum, getting the feet up and going from there. Ideally, you want to keep your body nice and straight. Again, I'm a little sore. Okay, next we're gonna go into the eccentric only dragon flag. We're gonna go over a couple different leg positions that you can use throughout all of these progressions. And you can even do the full dragon flag with these positions as well. So I'm gonna show you different positions. That's going to start with the hardest and then progress to the easiest position that you can do any of these with. So straight body first, here. Then you can go into a wolf position or 1 leg straight, 1 leg bent. You can go into a straddle. You can go into a halfway, a straddle, a halfway, and then you can go into an advanced tuck or a tuck. So an advanced tuck is similar to a lay, but you have a little bit more of a hip angle. So here is an advanced tuck, and then here is a full tuck. So you can adjust all of these based on your level with those different positions. So you can do the dragon flags with that going up and going down. And then you can also do an eccentric lower. So another thing you can do with that eccentric lower is if you are kind of in between a straddle and a straight body dragon flag, the lowest part is typically going to be harder than the upper part because your mass is farther away. So you can start with your legs together, and then as you lower, you can separate them. So with the eccentric only, it does not matter how you get up. Typically, it's easiest to tuck up, and then you're starting in that candlestick position, and then you can choose that position that you're going to. And as it gets hard, then you can start to straddle as you go down. And that's gonna make it a little bit easier to progress from a straddle to a straight body hold. So let's go ahead and we're gonna choose a variation where you can do 5 reps, and it's pretty challenging. So I am gonna go ahead and I'm going to do the 1 leg straight, 1 leg bent variation for this example. So tucking up into that candlestick position, choosing your position, and then lowering down and nice and slow. Making sure you're, typically with this you wanna use tension breathing, so breathing slow on the hardest part of it, so as you're lowering. With the full dragon flag, it's typically a up, breathe, down, if that makes sense. You don't actually have to make that sound, but that's just to get the point across. So going up, 3, 2, 1, up, position, and slowly lower down. Tuck back up, that's 1. Position. 2. 3. 4, 1 more. 5. So those are the eccentric lowers. So as we're working through, you're basically going harder variation first, and as you fatigue, your capacity is gonna get a little bit less, which is why we're going to an easier variation. So this one is just some essentially knee extensions or progressing from an easier hold to a harder hold. So you're gonna find an angle that's challenging for you, but you're able to hit that second position with good form. So you can do a tuck to a straight body hold is typically the easiest way to show this. So coming to a point where that straight or that second position is challenging. So I'll just start and I'll go ahead and lower down to here. And that's, I feel muscles working. So I'm gonna come in and then come out. You can make it challenging by coming here and going out. But you can also make it easier going here and then straddling out. So it does depend on the position. So I would start in a full tuck position. You can go to a full tuck to an advanced tuck, a full tuck to a lay, or straddle lay, et cetera, so forth, using those same positions as before. So you're gonna find a challenging variation, and you can also make it more challenging by increasing the angle, depending on where you're at. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do 5 of those. I'm typically going on the lower reps, so somewhere probably between like the 3 to 6, because we're working more on a skill, right? It's more of a max effort type skill. You typically don't rep out like 15, 20 higher reps of these. So that's why we're keeping them in the lower reps. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do 5. So starting, find your spot, and then tuck and go out. Pause and back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. And you're gonna feel your lats and your triceps working too. Elbows kind of straight forward is gonna be easier with all of these versus coming out. It's just an easier position on your shoulders. You can just create a little bit more force here versus out here. The dragon flag bicycles kind of sort of variation it's pretty much one of the options that you could have done with this last one, but it's making it a little bit harder because you're not going into a full tuck position each time. So I just wanted to take a second to show this variation. You can do the bicycle where you have always one knee straight, one knee bent, and you're alternating back and forth. Or you can go out, one leg in, out, one leg in. So here, up, and then you're lowering down to the point where it's challenging, and then one leg bent, one leg straight. This is harder because you're hitting a point with both legs straight, or if you want to make it easier, you can come here. And that's another variation that you can do of that exercise or that variation that we just showed. So we just did knee extensions, now we're gonna do hip lifts. So we're working basically starting with the hips down, feet up, and then you're going into that dragon flag position, pausing and then back down. And you can also make these harder by adding a pause and a longer pause at the top to increase the amount of time under tension for those muscles. So that's a great way, if you're in between two progressions, just add a longer hold to basically progressively overload your muscles a little bit more so you can get to that next variation. So let's go ahead and do the hip lifts. So you're gonna start here. The lower your feet, the harder it's gonna be, the higher, basically, the easier it's gonna be. So if my feet are here, I'm pretty much going into a straight candlestick position. So you're just coming up there. If my feet are out here, then I'm going more into that angle because I'm shooting them up away from me. So I'm coming here and then back down, okay? So adjust accordingly. Farther down is gonna be harder, up is gonna be easier. We're gonna go ahead and do 5 of these, starting in 3, 2, 1, up and down. 1, 2, 3, and keep your feet away. 4, 1 more. And making sure you're all the way opening in the hips so you're in a straight line each time. So those are different variations that you can do. And then really the last one is just a little bit of a burnout, working that hollow body hold position, and you can just do a hollow body hold. Arms can be overhead to make it harder. Here, so you don't really need anything over your head for this one. So you can be here or here. This is gonna make it a little bit easier, and you can do holds basically until you max out. With that being said, make sure your lower back is on the ground the whole entire time. So not allowing this to happen, because now my hip flexors are doing the work, my core is not, because I can put a hand underneath my back there. I want belly button down, back is flat on the ground. And you should be able to breathe here, stomach should be nice and flat. If you notice any coning or doming with these, I'll go ahead and link a core control video. You'll probably just need to start out with something a little bit easier for you, because these exercises are super hard. So if you don't have that core control and intra-abdominal pressure regulation, then it's just too challenging for you at this moment, but you can definitely build back up to it. So let's go ahead. Let's do 20-second holds. And we're just gonna do 2 of them for right now. And this is a great burner at the end of your workout. You might start shaking and things like that. So let's go ahead, let's pull up a timer, and we'll go 20 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Good, go ahead and relax. We'll rest 20 seconds, and then we'll do 1 more set. Remember, arms overhead are gonna make it harder. By your side, gonna make it easier, making sure your back is flat on the ground with this. 5 seconds. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Go ahead and relax. So with these, you can all do them 3 sets, depending on where you're at with your workout. And you're gonna start with a harder variation and progress to an easier variation. You can also add additional exercises in there just for accessory work. Barbell or ab rollouts are a great variation because that gets your core and your lats. Inchworms, things like that. Those are great too to add. But hopefully that helps give you a couple more ideas to include into your workouts. And then I'm gonna go ahead and link some other follow along workouts here for you.